Good evening, everyone. Mike Plazzi from Trucking It Old School. Got some, it's a hard word for me to say, memorabilia. I got stuff from the past. Stuff from the 80s I found in a box today, cleaning out the workshop. Some things I want to share with you, some history in trucking. One of the most unique things, this right here. It's a 7-pole on one end, 6-pole on the other end. Did some research today on the internet, and it looks like it went back to the late 60s, early 70s, when trucks and trailers went from a 6-pole light cord to a 7-pole light cord. And a lot of trucks still had the 6-pole light cords going into the 80s. And being that I was driving these trucks in the mid to late 80s, they were still from the 70s, some of these trucks. They had these adapters under the seats. First time I saw it, I didn't know what the hell this thing was. Threw it back under the seat, and later that afternoon was like, well, my light cord doesn't fit this, and it dawned on me what that thing was under the seat. Plug that into the trailer, plug the truck's light cord into there, and boom, I got all my lights working. But something else that goes back to my own personal history of trucking. First company I drove for, I was 22 years old, 1986. I had my D-class license, desperate to start driving full-time, applied for a job, and this company here, Woods Trucking Company, tilt and load float service out of Western Ontario. They took a chance on me. I think I did them well. I'm still here to talk about it almost 40 years later. And this company here, it was near the tail end of Woods Trucking existence because the owner of the company was close to his 90s or in his 90s, and he wanted to just retire from trucking altogether. He had done his time. He just wanted to start relaxing. So he wanted to sell it, but to a reputable company that would honor the name and keep the business going. So back in the 80s, there was a bunch of tilt and load companies. Well, actually not a bunch, maybe 5 in Ontario. And they all worked together. Everybody worked together, helped each other out, kept the industry going. And those were the old school values back then. You respected each other, you helped each other out, you got the job done. It didn't matter whose colors were on the truck, whose names were on the truck. Everybody worked together, everybody helped out. So Robert Woods ended up selling to another company called Scott Cartage. And Scott Cartage kept the names, merged them together out of respect. And if you see these trucks going down the road, Scott Woods Transport. Still the same logo, going back to when the companies merged back in the 80s. Same colors, same logo. This hat, it's never been worn. It's a brand new hat. As soon as the companies merged and Robert sold it to Harry Scott, this is what they came up with. It's still in existence today. And just having that piece of history, my first trucking company, and a company I worked for back then that is still in existence today, representing the company, or pardon me, representing the industry with great professionalism, character, standards, integrity, you name it. Scott Woods Transport. If anybody works for that company, wants to send me a message how things are going over there, I would love to talk with any drivers. But if anybody knows more about these adapters, in the comments, message something, let me know if you know more about these. I would love to know just how far back these little adapters started to get used, because I was using that up to, I believe, 1988. I was still using that adapter before everything just went to a 7-pole hookup. So a little bit of history from trucking today. Hope you enjoyed it. Like I say, if you got any, if you can offer any information on this, please, in the messages below, in the comments, let's get a conversation going. You know I like to talk. I tell people I'm shy, but I don't think that comes across very well in these videos. But yeah, if you got any information on that light adapter, or you work for Scott Woods, let me know how things are going. Have a great night, everyone. Thanks for listening.